We wanted to update you on the latest on the war, but really specifically the extent to which it's affecting us here, and have a quick look at the markets. It all follows, over the last 24 hours, a couple of comments from President Trump. One which suggested he was very happy to extend the blockade of the Strait of Hormuz, and then further reporting in the US that he's due to be briefed today by US Central Command on possibly military options to force Iran back to the table. Well, unsurprisingly, all of that has pushed oil prices higher once again, but it's not really a calm move higher in oil prices anymore. We're up 3% today itself, taking us to about $122, $123 a barrel on oil. But just for some context, in the last week alone, we're up 20%. And if we just step back and remind ourselves the scale of this increase throughout the course of the war, from the start of the war, we're up over 75% now. From the start of the year, which of course is so relevant to people as they plan their year ahead for their personal finances or for their business, we're now up more than 100%. We started the year, 1st of January, $60 a barrel for Brent. We're at 122 this morning. So astonishingly big rise, both over the last 4 or 5 months, but also over the last 4 or 5 days. Let's just quickly have a 4-year chart of this oil price, because it does give us a reminder of the scale of this increase. We're up the highest level in 4 years. When was the last time we were up above $120 a barrel? Of course, it was during Russia's invasion of Ukraine. And I think, the big point to note there, we rose so much then because it persisted. It was a war that didn't just last for a week or two or a month or two. And of course, when this war started, people hoped that it would be just a couple of weeks. Clearly now we're into the couple of months phase, and it looks like it might keep going longer. $122 a barrel for Brent this morning. What does it mean for borrowing costs on such an important day? The Bank of England meets today, and we'll be hearing from the Bank of England governor. Well, if we look at the UK 10-year gilt yield, it crossed above 5% yesterday, and that is a pretty sort of stark level to have. If you look in the US 10-year, which is rising this week as well, is only down at 4.4%. Well, somewhat positively, it's all relative, somewhat positively, it's not rising further still today, despite that extra 3% of oil prices we've got today. So it's about steady, just below 5.1% today, but nonetheless still above 5%. There's where we were at the start of the war, down at 4.2%. So very sharp increase there in the UK borrowing costs, and all eyes on the Bank of England today. We don't expect them to change rates, but that press conference will be one to watch, no doubt about it.